Witkowski of the Hobbs School, Assistant Dean at the College of Law, Lindsay Hoyt, and our three hooders today, members of our faculty, Professors Jim Delaney, Melissa Alexander, and Jason Robeson. In the third row, I'd like to recognize as well our guests who will be co-hooding with us some of our joint degrees. We have Professor Corey Billington of the College of Business and Dr. Gebal Taggart as well from the College of Arts and Sciences. And in the middle of the third row, we have our General Counsel at UW, Tara Evans. The rest of our third, fourth, fifth, and sixth rows are the UW College of Law faculty. Let's give them a big round of applause. And parents, family, and friends, all of you, we all know how proud you are today of your graduates, and we welcome and thank you as well for being here for this ceremony. I'd like to take a moment to tell you a little bit about this year's graduating class. They come from 17 different states, 35 different undergraduate institutions. They range in age from 23 to 75. Among them are engineers, accountants, military veterans, musicians, business owners, ranchers, rock climbers, fly fishing guides, former college athletes, a coroner, which is perfect because they can put the will together, they can examine the body, and probate the estate now with all of their skills. We also have a nationally competitive and recognized skier, and of course, moms and dads. The class of 2022 is unique in the history of this institution. Their 1L year, their freshman year in 2019-2020 was marked by the centennial anniversary ceremony of the College of Law, 100-year birthday of the College of Law, which was founded in 1920. Their 2L year, the world was turned upside down by a pandemic, and they were the first UW Law School class in history to have to work from home and take their classes online. Their 3L year, they were required to wear masks in class and during job interviews and live with the daily uncertainties of an ongoing pandemic. Without a doubt, the challenges this class faced is unprecedented in the history of the College of Law and truly extraordinary. Please give them a round of applause. The conferral of the Juris Doctor degree today means that all of you graduates are now joining an exclusive club of legal professionals worldwide that represent less than 1% of the world's population. The JD is arguably the most flexible, advanced degree in the world, allowing you to practice and serve before the judicial branch of government, as well as work in just about any other profession in the world today. From this day forward, our graduates are equipped to lead and represent others and to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves in society. And despite what some might say about this profession, the truth is that the world needs more lawyers, more judges who will fight to protect individual rights, to protect the rule of law and democracy in our world today. We need problem solvers and innovative thinkers to confront the challenges of the modern era, both foreign and domestic. And you now have the training, you guys, to be able to do this for the rest of your lives. So thank you for stepping up. I hope that you will commit yourselves for the rest of your life to a life of service in this profession, utilizing your training in the law to make our country and our world a better place. So graduates and families, let's get on with the program. It is my honor to kick off our first introductory speaker today, the Outstanding Law Graduate. Each year, the Outstanding Law Graduate is chosen by his or her 3L classmates to be the class speaker at graduation. This year's speaker is a native of Casper, Wyoming, and a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he received his bachelor's degree in chemistry. He then served 8 years as a U.S. Navy SEAL and decided to follow in the footsteps of his mother and apply to UW. During his time in law school, our speaker today, Matthew Minikis, has been an extraordinary student and involved in extracurricular activities that are important to the College of Law and to our community. He served as the president of the Military Law Society and as a legal extern for the Albany County Public Defender's Office. He even found time to raise money as a volunteer for children who have cancer by running the Boston Marathon. After graduation, Matthew intends to work in the area of VA disability and criminal defense. I'm pleased to introduce this year's Outstanding Law Graduate and speaker, Matthew Minikis.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. It's over. I thought this day would never come. Now, we can enjoy the summer and relax. Do all those things we couldn't do during law school, like spend quality time with our family and friends. Just kidding. We're gonna have the worst summer ever. And to those few who have already passed the bar, we hate you. Now, for the audience members that don't know what the bar is, I'll tell you. It's a test that has nothing to do with our future jobs. It's a test that law school doesn't even prepare you for. So why is this? Well, there's a lot of things about law school that don't make sense. Number one, you're looking at it. Why am I dressed like a jester? There was nothing funny about this experience, nor any of Lisa Nunley's jokes. Did you know they charged us $25 for a diploma? That's the most expensive piece of paper ever. Maybe included in the $100,000 tuition bill. Why do we always have homework assigned before the first day of class? We haven't even started yet. I don't know if I should use my Allwood manual for a doorstop or for firewood, because I'll never use it for citations. Why is there a lock on the library door? Are people stealing legal books? I still don't know how to print anything. Many of these questions I'll never have the answers to, but these are nothing compared to the extraordinary faculty and student body here at the College of Law. UW has many impressive people. All of us are intelligent, hardworking, and extremely good-looking. However, there's some unique characters in our class worth noting. Eric Hughes. Eric hiked from Maine to Georgia, the entire Appalachian Trail. Amelia worked as the clerk of court in Nome, Alaska. She also likes to wear Hawaiian shirts and flip-flops in the middle of the winter. Jacqueline, she's a Yooper. Do you know how to tell if someone's from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? They'll tell you. Over and over again. Zach Martin started his own foundation and he's going into family law. Samantha is a sex therapist. It's real. Bernie was a firefighter prior to coming to law school, and he's also seen Nickelback live over 5 times. Ruth likes to summit large mountains and is very good at it. Callie is a licensed skydiver. Pierce, Zane, and Connor spend a lot of time at the library. You know, the other library off 2nd Street. Maddie, Taylor, Braden, and more, they're going to protect the community and put criminals behind bars. Jason, Cody, Andy, and Jacqueline, they're going to zealously advocate for those same people and put them right back on the streets. So with all these unique backgrounds and experiences, why did we come to law school? Well, in 2015, after a training accident, which I can't talk about, the very next day, we had about 75% of my platoon not in the hospital, and we were going to do some free fall jumps. And prior to the jump, obviously you have to pack your parachute. But I was pressed for time, so I decided to take a shortcut. It was the first and last time I did the old mystery pack. A mystery pack is when you rummage through a pile of open parachutes looking for one that no one has used. And sometimes guys are unable to jump, so they put their chutes back in the pile. Why do you call it a mystery pack? Because you don't know what's inside. And you don't know if it's even packed at all. Of course you can't open it or it'll destroy the pack job. So basically it's a game of Russian roulette. Later that night, as the door of the C-130 opened, I thought to myself, oh my God, what did I just do? All this unsurprisingly, when I go to open my chute, it didn't open. Weird. It was stuck. And all those instructions you're supposed to follow in a skydiving emergency just go right out the window. Remain calm. Yeah, right. Instead of pulling my reserve, I began ripping furiously at my parachute. I kept thinking, well, if the reserve doesn't open, that's it. Eventually, I ripped it open in the very last second. In 24 hours, I almost died twice during pre-deployment training. After 8 years of this, I was done. I thought, I'm going to find the most boring, safest job ever. Lawyer. What could possibly go wrong? You trip on a book? Wrong. I was constantly finding myself in funny situations. In fact, on the very first day of law school, I was unprepared for class. You know, when you have to read before the class even starts. I was cold called because Professor Delaney doesn't use the normal Socratic method. By hiding in the back, I was actually putting myself in a worse situation because he starts in the back. I attempted to climb over a chair when he turned around, but it didn't work. Instead, I kicked Stephen in the face and knocked a book over. I was caught and embarrassed on day one, the first 30 seconds of law school. Shortly after, during my first internship and first case ever, the client died tragically while trying to run from the police in the middle of the trial. Law school has been anything but boring. Now, everyone has their own reasons for being here, despite our crazy backgrounds. We all have something in common, but it took me writing this to realize what it is. Every person here wants to protect others, whether in criminal or civil. Thank you. This job is about standing up for those who can't stand up for themselves. The public defenders, they'll defend the Constitution. The prosecutors will protect the people. Family law, property law attorneys will protect people's assets. Patent lawyers will protect intellectual property, et cetera, et cetera. This is an honorable profession that is crucial to society. If all sides do their part, justice is the answer, but you must trust the system or it will fail. I'm very proud of this class. I've made a lot of new friends, gone on a lot of many journeys. Congratulations. Lastly, I want to briefly give thanks to those who deserve it. Siobhan and Lori, thanks for helping me raise money for One Summit. Dean Hoyt for her mentorship and knowledge. Tim, Dave, Ed, Tasman, Michelle, and Lisa for all their behind-the-scenes work. And last but not least, thanks to the professors and my fellow students. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew, for those remarks, and congratulations again on being selected by your students for this award. Next, I'd like to invite Josh Neal, the president of the College of Law's John Berman Student Government Organization, to the podium to introduce this year's outstanding law faculty member. Josh, would you come to the podium?
Class of 2022, Deans Alexander and Hoyt, faculty, staff, family, and friends. It is an honor to be here today celebrating the commencement of the class of 2022. On behalf of student government and those of us in the classes that will follow you, I would like to extend our sincerest congratulations. For the past 3 years, you have overwhelmed yourselves in casebooks, labored over complicated doctrines, and hassled professors for the answers to questions that inevitably ended in "it depends." The good news is that those days are behind you, and you're all looking forward to the exciting new challenges and responsibilities that lie ahead. I wish you nothing but success in whatever lies in your future. As president of the student government, I have the distinct honor of introducing the most outstanding professor as voted on by the class of 2022, Professor Jason Robeson. Professor Robeson is a faculty member in the UW College of Law's Environmental, Energy, and Natural Resources program, having begun his teaching career at the law school during the 2013-2014 academic year. While he was raised in Salt Lake, his mother's family descends from Italian immigrants who moved to Hartville from Sunrise, Wyoming for work in the early 20th century. Jason has earned his SJD and LLM degrees from Harvard Law School, a JD from the University of Oregon School of Law, and a BS in Environmental Studies from the University of Utah. His teaching, writing, and service generally focus on the Western water, public lands, and Native peoples. If you've had the opportunity to listen to Jason speak, read one of his writings, or sat in one of his classes, you know one thing about him. He loves the American West. He exudes the ideals of the American West, not only through his works, but through his down-to-earth demeanor and the respect that he shows to all he comes in contact with. Jason is a passionate advocate for his students and an excellent professor, not for his love of the subjects he teaches or his passionate lectures, but because he teaches for the reason that he wants future generations to understand how important it is to be passionate about what you do and to preserve and protect the traditions and ideals that have shaped the American West and the legal system surrounding it. Here now to address the graduating class, a mentor to many, a friend to most, and most importantly, the 2022 Most Outstanding Professor, Jason Robeson.
Well, I suppose with an introduction like that, I should say howdy, right? Thanks so much for this honor. I appreciate it. And for that introduction, Josh, you are your speechwriter. The check is in the mail. Appreciate that too. I've attempted to give back by writing the briefest graduation remarks in human history. Yeah. So just follow me if you would. First, congratulations to the soon-be graduates. Second, heartfelt thanks to all of you who supported them. And third, graduates, please keep in touch with your alma mater. Again, thank you.
Are you good?
Y'all want to get me fired, don't you? I won't be too long-winded, but I would be in trouble with my dean here if I didn't say at least a little bit more, right? So here it goes. I truly am honored to be standing here holding all of you hostage for just a few minutes. One reason for my gratitude has to do with the graduates themselves. For me, the longer I teach, the more I realize who's actually the teacher in the classroom, all of you, and who's actually the student, me. Thanks for what you've contributed to my life education. Another reason for my gratitude has to do with my faculty colleagues. There are so many talented teachers at this law school. It's something we do well and something about the community that I'm very proud of. So many of my colleagues have so much more wisdom to lend on occasions such as this one, where you and your loved ones are inevitably looking forward and looking backward at the same time. So I'm humbled in that sense. So as usual, true to my SLC punk roots, I'll be a poser, and you can humor me. All right. One nugget of wisdom often shared at graduations has to do with individuality. I could also hearken back to federal Indian law and use the term self-determination. Truly, don't follow the herd. Walk your own path. Dig deep. Sit with yourself. Chart your own way. That's what I, in 40 plus years of life, have seen the most successful people do. And I certainly do not mean successful just in a financial sense. What I mean is self-actualization. For self is a sea boundless and measureless. Khalil Gibran. Another nugget of wisdom, often unearthed at graduations, has to do with community. Every individual is part of one, inevitably, since birth, and maybe many. And as Dean Alexander alluded to, just as earning a law degree involves a great deal of work, so too is it a great privilege. Honor that privilege by giving back. Be of service. In whatever ways mean something to you, follow those, listen to those feelings, act on them. That is, hopefully, a sense of community will be strong in your expression of your individuality. Everything coexists. Thich Nhat Hanh. What I'd really like to pass on today, though, on a more personal note, something that's been hard-earned for me, something that I'm still learning, even now, has to do with things many of us take for granted until we no longer have them. Consider the old adage, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Consider, too, your relationships with the people in the audience who have supported you through the boot camp that is law school, with classmates on the stage who have given the same, and with people who, for whatever reason, aren't able to be in this hall right now. The field of law is an intellectual candyland. There is so much you can do with the JD. I wish, as mentioned earlier, for all of you, the clarity and the strength to walk your own path, as well as the compassion and the kindness to give back along the way. But maybe even more so, I wish for you something else. Balance and perspective. Don't be so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. As my rancher Aunt Dina from Hartville has tried to tell me. Simply put, stay human. It's not just Stephen Colbert's house band. Cheers.
Consider the old adage, fool me once, shame on you. Thank you, Professor Robertson, and congratulations on this distinguished honor as well. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's graduation speaker, the Honorable Judge Tori Cricken. Judge Cricken earned both her Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration and her Juris Doctorate from the University of Wyoming College of Law, summa cum laude, where she graduated first in her law school class. After law school, Tori worked as a hearing examiner for the Office of the Administrative Hearings in Wyoming and as an attorney with the law firm of Brown and Heiser. Upon leaving private practice, she then served for more than a decade as a staff attorney, a district court commissioner, circuit court magistrate, and a part-time drug court judge for the 2nd Judicial District here in Laramie, Wyoming. In 2017, Judge Cricken was appointed by Governor Matt Mead to serve as the district judge of the 2nd Judicial District, right here in Laramie. Through the years, Judge Cricken has taught several business and law courses at the University of Wyoming as well, and has served on several volunteer organizational boards and committees here in Laramie. She has also volunteered her time mentoring many of our graduates here today. Please welcome Judge Tori Cricken.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me okay? I feel a little naked standing up here as the only one without a robe, when usually I'm the only one with the robe on. But this is the part of the ceremony when I'm supposed to stand up here and say something inspirational. And the reason for that is because you're going to need some inspiration over the next 3 months before the bar exam. So I'll do the best I can, and family, friends, graduates, please know that I crafted these remarks with an acute understanding of the solemnity of these proceedings. In the words of Professor Daniel Pye, a colleague at the University of Maine, some people might compare a law school graduation to the hatching of a brood of cockroaches. And we should concede that it's not obvious why exactly it's an occasion worth celebrating. Law school is not a fun time, especially during COVID-19. It is, for many, a harrowing ordeal. Your friends and family attending this event will know that law school was hard, but unless they themselves are lawyers, they will have no conception as to just how grueling the experience really was. And at the end of it all, we have turned you into bitter and vindictive people. If not, you didn't do it right. So what then is there worth celebrating? It's true that lawyers are, by and large, bitter and vindictive. We are horrible people. And those who disagree are probably the most horrible ones. They just don't realize it, which is what makes them so horrible. The bitterness and vindictiveness are the costs we pay, but we accept them because there's a benefit, and because we are rational actors, and because we get a surplus from the exchange. Your friends and family may think the benefit you received from law school is knowledge of the law, but you know that it is not. At least you will know that once you start bar prep. You leave law not with knowledge of the law, but a way of thinking, which also happens to be useful in the law. The most cynical among you are now rolling your eyes at the tired cliche that law school teaches you how to think like a lawyer. But it's true, and it is all the difference these past years have made. All that effort and agony have been for this alone, to acquire the ineffable character of mind, which now you have, which previously you had not. Okay, but what is this ineffable character of mind you have spent tens of thousands of dollars and 3 years of your lives acquiring? I contend that it is a real and measurable thing. Consider this. I expect by now that all of you have had the unpleasant experience of interacting with non-lawyers, which was unpleasant because it was an interaction with non-lawyers. I expect that you will grow to find non-lawyers increasingly difficult to endure. You try to talk to them, but they seem to understand only 80% of what you say. Worse, only 40% of what they read. These non-lawyers have trouble following even a simple chain of inferences. They're pathetic. But they're everywhere. Now, I want to be clear because some of you are thinking to yourselves that you have a friend who is a physicist or an artist or a doctor, and maybe you don't think they're so stupid. Well, I'm not saying they're stupid in every way. I'm saying they're stupid in a very specific way. It's the way that law school trains you not to be stupid. And the people that haven't gone through it will always seem to the people who have gone through it like they just don't get it. It's like they're half asleep, never really present in the world. In other words, they're like 1Ls on the first day of law school. Let the magnitude of the frustration you feel in dealing with non-lawyers be the yardstick by which to measure how far you have come. It is the difference between who you are and who you were made palpable. I expect that most of you will, upon reflection, find that you've come quite far by that metric. But you may from time to time question whether it's been movement in a positive direction. I believe that it has been, because a person is nothing more than the sum of their thoughts. And if you're nothing but your thoughts, then the consequence of being trained to be a better thinker is simply that you've been made into a better person, more able to experience the world. And I can't think of any cost that would countervail a benefit like that. We are able to navigate with ease a tangle of logic which would befuddle any normal person. The non-lawyer seems to us half asleep because we know what it is to be awake. We can do this not because we are brilliant, but because we are trained. It is, after all, why your clients will pay you. They will pay you to understand, to reason, and to argue on their behalf. Your graduation is an especially poignant occasion for me because you are graduating from academia at the very time when I am returning to it. You depart from the University of Wyoming College of Law as I return as a professor. As you venture into the world as baby lawyers, I will get to relive my early lawyering years through you at the same time as I am learning how to teach new students to become lawyers and follow in your footsteps. It's like rewatching a movie you've already seen where you know what happens next, but the person you're watching with doesn't, and you get to feel the anticipation and suspense by watching it through them vicariously. For these reasons, it feels a bit to me like we're graduating together today, each of us to venture on diverging paths. I hope this occasion is a poignant one for you also. For most of you, it will be the last time you graduate from anything. It marks not only the conclusion of your legal education, but your education altogether. Though I hope you remain studious, after today, you likely will no longer be students. These are the reasons why we should celebrate this day. As you proceed to the next stage of your lives, better, more thoughtful human beings. And this is the reason that it is the highest honor to be asked by you to provide your commencement speech. For that, I am forever in your debt, And if this seems like an overly sentimental thought on which to end, you will recall that I started these remarks with a salute to Professor Pye's comparison of all of you to cockroaches. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Cricken, and welcome to the College of Law once again. We look forward to having you, and congratulations on being the speaker today. And I'll just make one note. She pointed out that this hopefully will be the last degree that our graduates obtain, but that doesn't mean that they can go through life and not give their own hard-earned dollars back to the law school from time to time. So we always accept checks well into the future. And now the main event. It is my pleasure to present to you the 2022 graduating class. As you will see, each of the graduates wears the doctoral robe noticeable by the trim one finds on the sleeves. The hoods are black with the color of the school one is graduating from and the color of the subject area. Thus, each graduate's hood will be brown and gold for UW and purple for law. Each year, the graduating class selects faculty hooders. This year's hooders are Professors Jason Robeson, Melissa Alexander, and Jim Delaney of the College of Law, Professor Corey Billington of the College of Business, Dr. Gabelle Taggart of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Professor Temple Stollinger of the Hub School and the Law School. We may even have a trustee step up at one point during this special occasion to honor a family member. The students' names will be read by Assistant Dean Lindsay Hoyt. Assistant Dean Hoyt, would you please do the honor of introducing our 2022 law graduates?
Good morning. Congratulations to the class of 2022. It has truly been my honor to be your assistant dean the past 3 years, and my heartfelt congratulations goes out to you, and best of luck. Andrew Applegate. Madison Blazevich. Thomas Bleicher. Travis Brammer. Travis is also receiving a joint degree with a master's in environment and natural resources and is graduating with honors today. Bernie Brayton. Bernie is graduating with honors today. Sarah Percy Chapin. Jason Chalk. Ileana Chavez Jaime. Spencer Clayman. Spencer is graduating with honors today. Morgan Cloud. Morgan is also graduating with honors today. Elizabeth Dinkle. Dakota Duran. Brianna Duval. Brianna is graduating with honors today. Alicia Evans. Alicia is graduating with honors today. Josie Graham. Sarah Griffin. Sarah is graduating with honors today. River Heidi. River is graduating with honors today. Raven Heinzen. Zane Hengel. Andrew Holcomb. Bradley Horn. Eric Hughes. Eric is graduating with honors today. Amelia Jensen. Amelia is graduating with honors today. Taylor Jones. Thomas Kalish. Matthew Klein. Matthew is graduating with honors today. Catherine Landis True. Catherine is also receiving a joint degree with a master's in business administration and is graduating with honors today. Joseph Lazell. Joe is graduating with honors today. Coulter Linford. Madison Linton. Maddie is also receiving a joint degree with a master's in public administration. Brianna Long. Brianna is graduating with honors today. Kara Lutz. Kara is also receiving a joint degree with a master's in business administration. Connor Madsen. Mackenzie Marsh. Zachary Martin. Matthew Minikis. Bryce Nichols. Hunter Otterson. Hunter is also receiving a joint degree with a master's in business administration. Pierce Peasley. Pierce is graduating with honors today. Liam Peterson. Christina Porath. Brandon Pride. Randall Ray. Randy is also receiving a joint degree with a master's in environment and natural resources and is graduating with honors today. Ben Rabine. Michael Rowley. Michael is graduating with honors today. Alexa Rowland. Madeline Sato. Samantha Schmidt. Braden Seward. Travis Shirtliff. Crystal Summers. Crystal is graduating with honors today. Elizabeth Stefani. Lizzie is graduating with honors today. Callie Stone. Theodore Sutton. Samantha Tenner. Jennifer Thompson. Trevor Thorvaldson. Trevor is also receiving a joint degree with a Master's in Environment and Natural Resources and is also graduating with honors today. Ruth Uptain Ogden. Ruth is graduating with honors today. Kathleen Vernon. Jacob Vogt. Jake is graduating with honors today. Jacqueline Wara. Celine Witt. Celine is graduating with honors today. Brooke Wilkeson. Cassie Williams Weinzerl. Cassie is graduating with honors today. Trevor Willoughby.
We still have to make it official, so I would like to invite Trustee Dave True to the podium to confer the degrees upon our graduates.
Well, thank you. It is truly an honor for me to stand before you this morning. And as some might have noted earlier, it is a personal thrill for me to have been able to hood my granddaughter-in-law. What a special honor that is for me, and I truly, truly appreciate, Dean, the opportunity to do that. You know, Judge, I have to admit, I'm one of those unlearned ones. And it makes me feel a little bit awkward sitting up here on the stage. I'm one of the very few on this stage that does not have a JD or will have a JD very soon. So I'm one of those 80% learners. I only understand about 80% on my good days. But the thing I want you and the graduates to fully understand, I do represent a fairly important group. I'm a client. I'm going to be paying your bills. So, so do remember, pity us, poor laymen. We are unlearned in your language. But we do fulfill a purpose at the end of the day by filling out and paying those checks. So, and I do want to make one additional comment. After watching the 69 graduates today and hearing what they have done with their life in advance of today through the last several years, and what they expect to do with their lives going forward. They are a truly outstanding group of individuals. And they typify, in my opinion, why the world needs more cowboys. And that is why, another reason why I take great pride in asking the candidates for the JD degrees to please stand. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the University of Wyoming, I confer upon you the Juris Doctor degree in course. Congratulations.
Hey, you guys, get back in class. And now, as we conclude the ceremony, a couple of quick announcements. I'd like to thank our organist, Punch Williams, for the music today. I'd also like to thank our College of Law staff, especially Tim Crawford, and our student volunteers for their work in putting on this ceremony. After the recessional, we ask that all graduates return to the stage immediately to have your class photo taken so we can put it up in the College of Law for posterity. For family and friends, there's a reception in the lobby as you exit the auditorium behind you. Thank you all for joining us today, and congratulations, graduates.